Hello, everybody. My name is Dio Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast. And we're coming to you live from the top 16 of the Oricon Galactic Qualifier. Today, I'm joined by my good friend, James Ritter.
Hey, guys. Ready for some exciting games today.
And we are playing Salvage Mission during this top 16. We have Christopher Patrick, a.k.a. Crispy, versus Daniel Leon, a.k.a. Epionic. Scum versus Rebels. James is going to start breaking down these lists. And while he does that, everybody at home, it's time for you to choose your champion.
All right. On your left here, we have the Bet 1 All champion with Christopher Patrick, or Crispy. He is flying a Scum list for us today, including the Mandalorian in his ST-70 assault ship Razor Crest. Has Juke, Predator, the Child, of course, Finrao, Jamming Beam, and Greedo. And one little tucked away card with Illicit with that Razor Crest title. So we don't know what it is yet, but we'll see. Keep in mind that Mandalorian gets to change a blank result for every to a focus for every ship he has at range that people are looking at him at range 1 and 2. Right. So while you defend or perform an attack, if you are in the front arc of at range 1 and 2 of 2 or more enemy ships, you may change one of your blank results to a focus. Sorry, a little bit different than I said, but. Has some fun stuff. Has that Juke and Predator and Child for some amazing offensive output that can just really burn something down quick. Also has Cad Bane in this list in the Rogue Class Starfighter, rocking the Ion Cannon, Jamming Beam, Contraband Cybernetics, False Transponder Codes, Xanadu Blood title to give him the Zuckuss and Ion Bombs. So Zuckuss able to take a stress to reroll one of the defender's die. And then, if you hit with that attack, Cad Bane can let you throw that stress at them. So I'll take, Cad Bane takes a stress to reroll one of his the defender's defense dice. If he hits with that attack, he gets to just throw that stress away at them. So some stress throwing mechanics. We also have Manaroo in this list, it's come to be known as a Scum staple in this version of the game. Has a great loadout value, has a good support ability, and also can take some great cards here. We see Notorious, Jamming Beam, Gar Saxon to get some extra attack dice out there. Overtuned modulators, the Punishing One title, and of course the R5P8 Crit Bot Droid. And to finish off this list here, we have a Gamut Key in a Hawk 290 freighter with Protector at Gleb and a Deadman switch? What? You usually see Elusive on him. He doesn't care about being alive. He wants to die. He wants to get in there and blow up. So, yeah, pretty surprising there.
Then on the other side, Daniel Leon bringing a Rebel list. We did get to see him play on stream yesterday. He was able to win that game. We have Finrao in the Sheathipede with Swarm Tactics, Tristan Wren, R4 Astromech, and the Phantom title. Swarm Tactics allowing you to bump one of your friendly ships up to Initiative 6, so watch out for that. Normally being used on Callus to make that 4-die primary or that dorsal turret live at higher initiative. Also, watch out for Tristan Wren, allowing you to change a hit to a crit when firing an ordnance weapon. And just as a clarification, an ordnance weapon is anything with that little missile icon underneath the arc symbol on a special weapon. Then we have Luke Skywalker with Shattering Shot and Trick Shot. Kind of staples there for Luke Skywalker. Get behind rocks and just throw absolutely nasty attacks.
Yeah, six die proton torpedoes. Yes, please.
Sure. We got proton torpedoes, R3 Astromech to be able to double up on those locks, and of course the S foils. Aaron Kraken The Z95 Extraordinaire saying, hey, Fenrau, I can coordinate too with elusive fire control system ion torpedo. So you got that 4-die attack. The ion, of course, is useful, but also just being able to have 4 dice to try to push through a single damage versus a high agility target is quite good. And of course, that ability, after you perform an attack, you may choose one friendly ship at range 1. That ship may perform an action treating it as red. And then, last but not least, the hammer in this squad, or one of the hammers in this squad, Alexander Callis with dorsal turret, Hondo, Onaka, Saw Gerrera, and the Ghost. Dorsal turret has that range 1 to 2 on the side arc right now. We have Hondo Onaka being able to coordinate one ship on one team and jam on the other side. I'm sorry. That's not true. I said that incorrectly. Jam, you can coordinate and jam one of your friendly ships, or coordinate and jam an enemy ship. And then Saw Gerrera, allowing you to take a damage to convert all of your focus results to crits. So a very aggressive card, self-sacrificing to get what you need. But you get a bunch of crits, which in this scenario, salvage mission might be kind of important. What do you think, James?
Yeah, pretty great to push those crits through on a big shot, because it looks like the crit carriers right now are going to be Callus, Cad Bane, and Manaru. So it doesn't look like the Mandalorian or Gambit has picked those up yet. But yeah, still pushing crits through to pop those crates off is still an amazing ability. And also keep in mind that Greedo is on the Mandalorian, so even more crit generation.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Luke has the proton torpedo. Tristan Wren can bump that up to another crit. So yeah, there's a lot of crit generation that doesn't look. It doesn't seem like there is a lot, but yeah, they start to stack up pretty quick.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially when you start to compare it versus lists that don't have any crit generation, right? Like if they didn't bring any tools, no marksmanship or anything like that, when you compare it to things like this, that they're every turn being able to alter a die to a crit, even if it's just on one attack, it can stack up, especially in salvage mission.
Oh yeah, it can stack up really quick. Yeah, I'm excited to see which way Finn Rao is going to go here around this rock. If he's going to choose to stay towards the top of the board to avoid Cad Bane, or he's going to come towards the middle to get that Archon target to prevent people from modifying their attack dice.
Yep, that Fenrau ability, absolutely awesome. Can really be debilitating and saddening when you're like, yeah, those tokens, you can't use them. Sorry.
Yeah,
They're not.
Sorry, not sorry.
They're not currently available to you.
Yeah, so those tokens include. Let me see. Just read it here. That ship cannot spend tokens to modify dice while performing an attack. So basically, you cannot spend like locks. You can't spend focuses. You can't spend calculates. If you had an ability to let you reroll after spending a green token, you couldn't do that either.
Wrecked. It's not allowed.
Not allowed.
Real quick here, James, unrelated to this game. So last round, we had Sean Hawley beat Kyle Borgolt. We also had Dread Champ versus Don Copins. Can you give me just an update on what happened in that game?
Yeah, so let me pull up those lists again to remind myself. And then it was Don and Dread. Oh, yeah, Dread said he just got melted by that Separatist list. Sunfac was just going around and snaring and destroying ships left and right against his resistance list.
Okay, well there you go.
Yeah, yeah. Turns out, Rose does not like being tractored, and then Bullseye shot with 5 dice.
Makes sense. I can see it. It checks out. All right, beautiful. So once we have a break, I will be cutting over to our bracket. It is now completed and ready for prime time for you guys. But it looks like we're about to get into engagement.
Okay, so that was Alexander Callis's action to jam, Finn, and boost Luke with Hondo.
Well, we'll see if Cad Bane ends up making Fen Rao's decision to be jammed. Could end up punishing him.
Oof. Kraken is in an interesting spot there.
All right. Taking a focus. He's just kind of, he feels a little bit hung out.
Oh man, Luke coming in hot.
We jousting, boys. not sure if you heard.
I don't know if you ever heard about me, but we here to be jousting. I like the Mandaru play. I think I might have actually gone into Gambit just to get him out of here. Do not want him doing mean things.
Stop doing mean things.
Okay, so Mandalorian did the 3 bank but bumped. Already took the focus actions round from Gambit's coordinate. So not going to be able to do anything there.
Now Mando at least does have the, was able to get tokens beforehand. So
yeah,
you got focus, you got evade, you got the force.
Yeah, it has the evade from the previous round using Gambit's ability, and has the focus from this round using Gambit's coordinate.
So really what you're losing out on is that target lock.
The target lock, or another evade.
True. Especially facing down that VCX.
Yeah, and did not line up the Predator there, so not going to be able to use that one either. But yeah, we'll see. Finn Rao will probably turn off one of these big ships, Mandalorian or Manaru's ability to do some actions here.
Real quick, a quick correction. I think we have the score flipped. We should have Christopher at 1 and Daniel at 2. I'm sorry, the other way around. Christopher at 2, Daniel at 1, according to their table.
Yep. Yeah, I looked at the screen the wrong way. Yep, thank you.
You're good.
Galactic's a lock on the Mandalorian. Couldn't reach Callus with that swarm tactic, so gonna just swarm up.
Aaron Kraken.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're firing with Fen Rao first, though. Who's the target? And looks like we're going into the Mando. Watch out, he's got that fancy Beskar armor. 2 hits. Because that's what Sheathapeds without mods do. And will force Mando to spend a resource here. I think I just saw a force charge.
A child.
And here comes Aaron. This is a primary, 2 dice.
Oof.
And hit crit. Not needing to spend that focus token. And a double blank out. Will spend the evade. And take a damage and be able to regen the force.
Okay. Uses the Mandalorian ability to change 1 to an eye. Spends a force on that. And then probably get the force back. Okay, spends the focus. Yeah, so it takes 1 in the end takes 1 shield, but gets the baby Yoda force back.
So he didn't spend the evade? Is there a reason to hold on to the evade?
I mean, he's also facing the big attack from Callus, so.
True, I guess to potentially stop.
I think he wanted to regen the force back.
Okay, regening the force back. I got it for that shot. That makes sense. More likely to stop a crit if it comes in. Oh, Mando has juke. That's what it is. I forgot that.
Course.
That was the first
Yep.
card we went through. So, yes, Mando has juke.
Yeah.
Thank you to our
Everyone
studio audience.
yells juke.
Juke.
All right, Proton Torpedo onto Manaru.
3 hits and a
Ooh.
blank. Reroll. And that's going to be 2 hits, 2 crits.
Ooh, Tristan ran as well. 3 crits.
And that's going to be 3 crits to Landon.
Oof.
So
Thankfully, it's on the shields.
It's on the shields, notorious trigger, but that also is going to cause the salvage to end up getting popped there, which I think is the bigger piece.
Yeah, definitely. Puts it behind him. Probably a good idea.
All right. So that was Luke. I think it should be.
What they're talking about Mando's or Finn Rao's ability. So you have to declare that you're going to Finn Rao before they choose who they're attacking.
Correct.
I think I would do it on Mandaroos because that's a much more modified attack.
And you can't do it while stressed, correct? So you have to.
Correct. Yeah.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. You got to choose which one you're going to do it to. All right, so here we go. And that's 2 hits and a crit. And all 3 of those are going through. I'm assuming that's going into Callus. No, going into Fenrau.
No, this is going to Fenrau.
And he took a shield and 2 damage cards. Ends up with a wounded pilot. Now here comes Callus.
Okay.
And that's probably 4 crits after using Saw Gerrera to modify that. Takes a damage on himself. Will spend the evade. That's going to be a shield and a crit underneath the... And we got a direct hit for a bonus damage.
Regions of Force as well.
So back up to 2.
Back up to 2. Oh, shooting primary attack here from Fenrau.
2 dice, spend the focus. This is probably going into Fenrau, and they both go through. Fen goes down. So you've gotten rid of a coordinator. You've gotten rid of a ship that swarm tactics up to initiative 6, and a crit generator with Tristan Wren. That's massive. You know, it's not a huge amount of points, 4 points, not too crazy. But the utility that Daniel just lost is really big. And here we go. Manaru doing her things. 4 dice attack. Daniel in the game chat says no spaghetti. Not allowed. No pasta for you today. I think we're choosing a target right now. Currently debating going against Callus at range 3. Would get 1 die and 1 additional die. Oh no, this is going into Luke, who's been notorious. 2 dice with the strain. And we'll take hit crit. That's 2 shields down. All right, and we are back to dials. Need to visit the Concordia Spaghetti Factory. Correct. Concordia does have quite a strong spaghetti factory. And as we're waiting here at the end of our 3rd round, going into turn 4, I want us to give a shout out to our patrons. They are the ones that make it happen. Thank you so much for your support over the years. You guys are awesome. A reminder that quarter 2 and quarter 3 swag are on the way. They have been packed. Labels have been printed. And I would expect emails with your tracking numbers in the next couple days. And it should be there. Very cool set of we got at the top level. I know the generals are getting the objective tokens and the player markers. We got a great set of cards that went out as well, and just super excited to see people playing with the swag that we make for them. Thank you guys so much. And if you want to be a part of that group, you can go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron or type !patron in the chat. Thank you so much. There you go. Smallenberg said email arrived this morning. There it is. See, it's happening.
Daniel said this is pretty much lining up to what his previous salvage mission turn was, where he lost 5 to 33.
Wait, what are the numbers you just said?
5 to 33.
33. What?
Yeah.
He must have been on the cusp of 20 just through salvage points and then lost his list and, like on the last turn.
Like in entirety? Yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
But that was against the top seed, Kevin O'Connell, flying Vader and Ty's list.
Well, I mean, if you're going to lose it to the guy at the top, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he said this one's lining up pretty much like what the other one was. So he said, really not a fan of salvage. I was like, I can tell.
Salvage is tough. It's not a if you don't have an answer for it, in Swiss, not so bad, right? If it comes up once, you're lucky enough for it to come up once. Like you can still make the cut pretty easily, but in the cut, you gotta have an answer.
Yeah, because you will see it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure some of these players were really hoping that through the randomization that the wild card round would be salvage mission. That way they didn't have to deal with it potentially until the final. But here it is. That it is the gatekeeper to the top 8 salvage mission. Yeah, exactly. Vagabond, that's exactly. It's there to balance list building. And the bank. Where'd that bracket at? We will show you that bracket. I know James has a live version of it. I'll show the fancy version for those of you who don't want to go fish it. For yourself. Actually, I could probably. I know he's answering a judge question right now. Let's see if I can go.
No, I got it. Do you mean to post it?
Post it, baby. I also should put it in the put it in Nightbot. I'll do that now before I forget. Commands, custom commands.
Listen, I'm not fancy. I just have the stats. So don't call me out like this.
You're my most fancy. You are amazing. All right, exclamation point bracket. We'll get you the link that my man James is taking care of. If you want it now, I want it now. You get it now.
You get it now.
Yep.
Oh no, Luke barely overlapped the friendly Callus. It's that big booty ship out there, and took a damage for it.
So yeah, a reminder on how those overlapping rules works is the ship that caused you to not execute the maneuver, the ship at the end of the template, is the one you're considered to have hit. And it was a friendly in that case. Well, we're getting into engagement. Here comes Aaron Kraken. Single crit. Nope, that's a hit. Excuse me. And double squiggles. Luke Skywalker.
Do you really want to go into Mandaru and get strained again?
Not
Is that
really.
what you want?
It all feels bad, doesn't it?
Going for the range 0 on Mando.
And here's the roll. Nothing. Feels bad, but you avoid the strain. You're able to save that force. And Mando has a choice and going to continue. Or now, sorry, for the first time going into Callus, I mean, that 0 agility does make it quite juicy. Might be able to pop off the crate here with a crit. And rolls it naturally, baby. 3 hits and a crit.
Yeah, also used the Fenrir ability to remove the stress from the bump focus.
And a Greedo for an additional crit. Callus does not roll a evade. That's going to be shield, 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 crit. And that looks to be a... Is that blinded? A panic pilot. Take some stress. And here we go. Callus trying to get some revenge. The crate is gone. Let's go ahead and do that before anything. Remember, once you get hit with that crit, you got to drop it within range 1. The enemy gets to choose where it goes. And here's Callus for the revenge. Trying to go into Cad Bane. Didn't roll anything on those 4 dice. 3 blanks and a focus. And Cad Bane slapping back. Ooh, he's debating going into Luke from long range.
Yeah, getting an ion on Luke would be pretty cool right now.
Oh, that'd be baller. He's going for it. Cad Bane utilizing that ion cannon. 3 dice.
There you go.
Spend for 3. 2 hits and a crit. Can Luke do anything about it? He got 2 squiggles, so only takes a damage. But I mean, that's worth it. Brought it down to 2 hull.
Ooh, cause you suckus! Oh no!
Oh, it's fine. Okay. All right, there it is. Yes, Zuckus can be absolutely dirty. Now, because he damaged him, can he use Cad Bane's ability?
Yeah, he could. Not sure why he didn't, but
all right, 3 hits, 4 hits coming in from Luke, or from Mandaru into Luke.
That's at Luke, yeah.
That's what. Sorry, I said it backwards. Luke's gone is the point of the sentence. Just went kaboom after taking 3 hits to the face. And I think Daniel
that's going to be the game.
Just called it. Wow. Well, that is it with Luke going down a 15-2 swing. And GG.
Yeah, I think. I think he said It's like salvage is the worst one for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's always creeping there in the background, right?
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that was a big game for Crispy. Able to utilize the Mandalorian as a little bit of bait, and actually coming in with Manaru to do the real work.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what a game!
Sometimes
Yeah,
it
because I think
works. Sometimes it
yeah,
don't.
sometimes it works. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, Daniel's still able to make the only rebel to make the cut this for this event.
So, and yeah, I want to take a second and like the idea that salvage is the worst overall. Like it is a tough. It's a tough scenario. It really is. It is a hard scenario, and I think out of all of them is if you don't build for it, right? If you don't build for it, or at least have an answer, it's bad. Or somebody has a better answer, it can swing very one way to for one player versus the other. All right. Well, with that, let's go ahead and do our giveaways. See where we are. We're at 154 and climbing. Thank you guys so much. That means we have a t-shirt to give away, brought to you by the Grand Admirals. And Grimwolf asking, is salvage really the issue here? His ships got deleted. So I think it's a when you feel like you have a disadvantage in salvage, you feel like you have to play more aggressive. So I think the aggression and the positioning is what ended up causing Daniel to go down, because he had to swing for the fence right away, and it just didn't work out. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and give away a t-shirt brought to you by the Grand Admirals. All you have to do to participate in the giveaway is type in the chat. It's that simple. Let's make it happen. 3, 2, 1, get it. Southside, mighty Southside Bandits, you are the winner. I like your little avatar. This deal keeps getting worse all the time. Congrats, and claims right away. Fantastic. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to take a look at our current standings to see where things are before we decide what to do next. Let's see how things are going. Let's update our bracket. So here's the bracket. Let's go there. Bam. And so we just saw Christopher Patrick get the W. So we'll move him over to the right side. Wow, why is this lagging so bad? Ooh. Hold on. Please hold. I might
Table 2.
Table 2. Yes. I'm just getting a lot of lag right now, so I'm just trying to delete my layers as I go. Okay, should be good now. So you said you want me to head to table 2, James?
Yes.
All right. Cool. Let me get that going. So bonus coverage incoming from table 2. Searching. They did not. They put 02. Got it. GSP2. Found it. All right, things are loading. Only you can prevent forest fires. All right. If you have vertigo, please look away for a moment while we get this set up. The table's going to be swinging all around here. There you go. So we're in the middle of salvage. We have Matthew LaRoque versus Levi Shadat. No dice cam for this one. Just as a heads up, no dice cam for this one. I'm taking a look to see, do we have any other games that completed? It looks like Kevin O'Connell ends up taking out Don Copens. It's our next update on the bracket. That ain't right. There we go. Kevin O'Connell ends up winning there. There was a 21-6 win, so a very aggressive early game from that one as well. And those are all the games that we have submitted so far. Our bracket's updated on this side, and when we need it, we'll be ready to go. All right, James, you want to break down some lists here with our bonus coverage of our top 16?
Yeah. On the left, we have Matthew LaRoque with a resistance list. One of the 5 resistance lists to make it into the cut today. Has a Poe Dameron with heroic R4 astromech, ferrosphere paint, proton torpedoes, overdrive thrusters, munitions failsafe, and the Black 1 title. Looks like he's already used one of those proton torpedoes, and looks like he is currently stressed, so we may see some more. Looks like he's already been using those overdrive thrusters. Love that overdrive. Also has Chewbacca in this list, in the scavenged YT-1300 with Notorious Composure, Ray, Contraband Cybernetics, and Ray's Millennium Falcon. And also bringing one of those nasty Resistance Y-Wings with Wilsa. Has an ion cannon turret, Larry droid, bomblet generator, engine upgrade, and targeting computer. And to round out the list, we have Finn, the big deal himself, with Predator, Heroic, and Perceptive co-pilot. Nasty little ship. For only 3 points, that can put out a ton of consistent damage.
All right, and on the other side for Levi, we have Darth Vader in the TIE X1, not the TIE Defender, the TIE X1. When this version of Vader is a version that is a little rarer, but can also be very good. Obviously, made it into the top 16. Pattern Analyzer, being able to give some flexibility on those red maneuvers. Fire control system, hate and malice combo there to be able to keep that force aggressive at all times, and as well as generating when taking damage. And debris gambit, try to hold on to that health. We're going to keep going backwards with Captain Faroff, who has 7 sister and only 1 hull left. So short for this world, can be a very defensive ship. It looks like the Resistance has put in a ton of work and has put in a bunch of crits. We got hull breach, disable power regulator, structural damage, loose stabilizer. Pretty good. And with structural damage, Faroff's ability doesn't work, by the way. because you do need to change a blank or a focus result to an evade. And if you don't have any dice, you're a little sad. Then we round out the list with Jingo Jingo Wampa and Iden Versio. Iden Versio has elusive and ion cannons, so watch out for that. And of course, both these Jingoists have contraband cybernetics, so we'll see. Doesn't look like they've spent them yet, so look for an opportunity on K turns to get some business done with the contraband. All right, James, so let's go ahead, and before I forget, let me pay out the Choose Your Champion from last round. Okay, from last round. Let's do that. Just got to find my correct tab. There it is. So that was player 1, Crispy, who won. And here we go. We're going to go ahead and say wager at your own risk. Choose your champion for this bonus coverage. Current score 4-4. You see the game state. It looks like the resistance is a little bit more ahead, health-wise at least. But, you know, there could be some value in betting a couple points Levi's way. So go ahead and choose your champion. It's always a risky bet here, right? Because if everybody bets player 1, nobody gets anything, right? If
no soup for you.
No soup. You don't lose anything either if Matthew ends up winning. But if you lose, the computer just eats. It's nom on the points.
Oh yeah, the house always wins, boys and girls. Let this be a lesson to you all.
All right. We are waiting for our next move here. Oh, that's so nice. Death Seeker bet on me. Bet Dio.
I don't know if that's a good bet, but
hey. All right, so we have TIE Fighters moving in with Wampa. Finn moving up, ready to punch, ready to swing at Vader himself. Took that double focus like he do. Oh, I just made a... I feel a little silly. It's like, why can't I see anything on my other computer screen? Because my other computer hasn't been taken to table 2. Crazy. All right. Oh, did he just hit the rock again?
no, he tried to boost it. He knew it wouldn't fit, but he says, "You can't stop me from trying."
All right, I was about to say, I was like, excuse me.
So there you go. It does not overlap the rock again, but can take the bump focus.
All right, so we'll end up with a focus token to possibly use on attack. Doesn't seem likely though with Poe. Likely what? Doing a 1 forward is my guess.
Oh yeah, 1 bank.
Yep, just like hello, I've come to destroy you. And
yeah,
the
Chewie
sloop.
does that. Yeah, popped contraband there, so he's still going to be able to do all the actions that he wants.
And we're going to keep that arc side to side. That means we're going after TIE Fighters most likely.
Or Vader.
Or I mean, maybe. It depends on, I guess, Vader's move, right? Got to see where he goes. Now Wilsa just came around the corner.
There's a lock calculate action there. Using that intuitive interface.
The most
intuitive interface. After you perform an action added to your action bar by a talent, illicit, or mod, you may perform a late action.
All right, so the Jingoist ends up banking in. Oh no. If the stream crashes, I'm sorry. I may have just broken something. Well,
Looks safe for now.
it looks okay. I lost the chat.
Oh.
It's gone. It's okay. I'll try to survive without it. I'll be okay. I'll find them again. I'll find home. All right, so it looks like TIE Fighters are stepping up into Chewie's face. And who's up next? There we go. Iden, armed with that ion cannon. Who do you think would be the saddest on the Resistance to end up being ionized? Is it Poe or is it Finn?
Who the target is that you're asking?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Chewie because he's trying to get barrel rolls into Arc.
All right. I mean, it makes sense. You're already almost a ship down. You know those bonus attacks would absolutely crush you. Maybe you could survive one, but could you survive 3 bonus attacks? I don't know. Seems like risky business. We did get the 1 straight from Poe. 1 forward to victory. Keep it simple.
I might just like lock focus on Farroff because like.
No, I want a lock on Vader. Lock Vader, focus, and you just fire the primary at Farroff,
I
and
guess
you
so.
threaten.
I guess you only need to do 1 damage. You think you're gonna get a full blank out? Even then, you get heroic.
That's right.
Okay, I'm in.
Because you only got to squeak through 1 damage. That target lock on Vader has high value. Let's see. And yes,
keeps Vader honest.
Dang, I'll do it. I got a proton torpedo, baby. I will throw these 4 dice at your face. Do not make me. And Vader keeping it simple with a slow maneuver in the bottom. All right. I have been able to retrieve the Twitch chat. I am paying attention to you now. Oh, was Seven Sister in range?
I mean, I guess could have jammed. That's true.
Yep. That could have been dirty. I think that's a missed trigger on Levi's part. So with Initiative 6, attacks coming in. Could be bad. Does the jam have better value over the tractor?
In this case, yes, because even if he tractors, he's still going to die.
True. You don't have any great place to track. Well, you could pull.
Ooh.
You could pull Poe into range 1 of Wampa. That would be good.
Okay, he's shooting the proton torpedo.
All right, so taking that opportunity to shoot at Vader.
Yeah, while he's strained.
2 hits, 2 crits. All right, and that's going to end up being 2 after spending the evade, most likely.
No, spend the force because you'll get it back with hate.
Oh, you're right, you're right. Is that what he decided to do? Or he's still flip-flopping? Still flip-flopping. Spends the force, takes 2. Shields are down and should regenerate with hate. Here comes Vader at initiative 6. Does Vader have a target lock on anybody?
He does have on Chewbacca.
Alrighty, there it is. And that's going to be triple crits.
Ooh.
After natting crit
Yeah,
focus. Yeah. Ooh. Blank and evade. That's going to... We're going to spend the force with Ray Gunner to take only a single crit. Doesn't he have a shield up? He has a shield face up on Chewbacca. There we go. He got so excited. Just a shield there. Shields are down on Chewie, but that's awesome. That is really good for Chewbacca. I'm sure Matthew's very happy about that one. All right, now that the I-6s are done parading around, we'll move on to I-4. Chewbacca and or Wilsa. Just not at the same time. It looks like it's going to be Chewie. All right, let's see, you got range 1 on a Jingoist, or you could take range 3 to Vader, who's focus evade. But you've taken a couple shields already, so he's feeling a little bit scared. He's going to go with the range 1, it looks like.
Fair. More dice.
Yep. Higher chance of possibly one-shotting something. And there's 2 hits and a crit. Spend 3 hits and a crit. And that TIE Fighter's taken 3. Pop, pop. Let's get some pops in the chat. Woo-wee. And that TIE Fighter did not have a crate on it. If you're looking, what are they using to designate having a crate? They have the little yellow boxes behind the ships. All right, Wilson's up.
I'm surprised that we're not going to go with the ion turret here.
Oh.
Yeah, because like, to ensure that he lands on that rock.
Uh-huh. And that's just 1 hit. He's got the rerolls for hit crit after spending that lock. So that's a string of 3. Wampa's feeling sad.
Gotta spend the focus. Oh, elusive.
There you go. See if you can save the focus token. You do not.
Nope.
Blink to blink.
Yeah, you really don't want to be ionized to look as right at that asteroid.
Is there a worth? Yeah, there's not really a worthwhile shot there to risk that for.
Yeah, and even then, you've already lost your Wampa.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got scoring at the end of the turn. Looks like... What is that? Looks like Finn has one. Looks like it's 2. Is it 2-2?
2-2.
Or is it 3-2?
There's the middle one still there.
Ah, okay. Got it. Gravin is asking, wouldn't the TIE Fighter just bank to the left? True. The question is, does that top right corner of the base end up hitting? It'd be very close. Here we go. We got a 2-on-2. Hit crit looking at the big deal. Oh, no, this is going into Chewbacca. Excuse me. Why did Chewbacca have 2 dice?
Obstructed.
And what was our crit, James?
Fuel leak.
Fuel leak. Uh-oh. With a couple more shots coming in, you got to watch out for additional damage. And gets
And
a
we see
strain.
yellow jingoist. The zombie shot here gives the Wookiee the strain for just 1.
Bonus damage. And here we go. We have Iden coming up next.
Could go for the ion cannon on Poe, which would be nasty.
Oh, you're right. We'll see what the target priority is. You are watching bonus coverage of the top 16 for the Oricon Galactic Championship Qualifier. As a reminder, we will have our finale event in October. It was originally going to be scheduled for November, as it had been in the past. But for those of you who don't know, Mrs. Morales is with child and due in November. So we moved everything around just a smidge so that we can... oops, sorry about that. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Here, you know what? I'm going to let you guys look at the bracket for a second while I get something fixed. 1 second. I said look at the bracket. There we go. And there we go. Back to the game. Should be good to go. Yeah. All right, cool. Sorry about all that. Baby Dion incoming. No, baby Devin.
Oh no.
What happened? What happened?
He was in decision paralysis if he should use the ion cannon or the primary, and we were messing with him. Is like, whichever one you choose, it's going to be wrong. And he chose the primary. Ended up being a great option because he drew the crit hull breach, which popped fuel leak, and now everything's face up.
And we clear the table there. Now, as a reminder for anybody who's wondering, like, wait a second, that Jingoist had a shot and died. Remember, the simultaneous fire. That's why James referred to it as the zombie shot. You know, Chewbacca destroyed him at Initiative 4, but all Initiative 4s get to fire, regardless of their status. And we have 2 hits and a crit coming in here.
And there goes Fair off.
Man, that's I feel like we saw a lot of crits this turn, like all over the place. So Faroff goes down and a Jingoist in the same turn, swinging the score to 10-4. That is that's aggressive.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage. Alrighty. We see Wampa taking the long shot here at Chewie. Ooh, can Chewie dodge it? He cannot take it another face up to the hull breach.
Man. And what's in the box, James?
Wounded pilot. Ugh. Man, it's crazy how little health it feels like these scavenged resistance Falcons have.
That's right. With 3 whole left, that could be next turn. And that 7-point swing brings Levi basically even with
Yeah,
Matthew.
would bring him ahead.
Lots of back and forth here. So we're still tied 2-2 on crates. That'll be 12-6. We'll see if Levi sees that win condition. I remember when we were looking at this list yesterday. One of the things I had commented on it is, even though you know Chewy is the easiest to burn down, it doesn't feel like you've lost a game when you lose Chewy, because you still have Poe. You still have a overdrive thruster Poe rolling around, being a big shot.
Oh yeah, and there's also a big deal out there as well. Like, do not sleep on this this Finn build here. Like the Predator, Perceptive, and I believe Heroic. Yeah, the Predator, Heroic, Perceptive, Finn in the pod can do insane amounts of consistent damage if you let him do his thing. Like if you just ignore him, it's just a pod, right? Like you're just gonna ignore the pod. You're gonna go after the big guys like Chewie and Poe. Yeah, you can definitely take a big shot, because he could have turned that 3-die shot into Faroff into a 4-die shot very easily for almost like losing nothing. So yeah, I'm glad the optics build isn't there anymore, or we don't see it as much, because man, that math was dumb. being able to be like, I put down like 5 damage. Like, how? What? Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Is Iden actually, something got brought up in the chat? Was Iden in range of that Jingoist? Could it have been saved?
Man, I think so.
So a possible missed opportunity there by Levi. Maybe gave up 2 points.
Yeah, and also gave up 2 points, and then also gave up a blocking position.
Well, we have around 11 minutes left here. Levi's got to prioritize taking Chewie down and not losing too much. Now, Chewie's stressed. Of course, it does have that raised Millennium Falcon title, able to still sloop and could even bust a boost if he wanted to here. How are you getting your Chewie out of this mess, or are you just kind of accepting your fate here?
Slooping again.
Slooping again. None of your none of your mini crits. Just checking. Hull breach, disable power radiator. Now you're good. Okay.
Yep.
So you can still end up getting your action. You don't have anything stopping your action.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
I mean, you could also just like 1 straight. They have blue 1 straights, right? Please, for the love of God, please tell me they have blue 1 straights. Okay, yeah, they do. I know the tile's terrible on them, but
just panic. I don't know. I don't have any confidence.
Yeah. I feel like all the different Falcon dials are a little bit different, because they don't have the 4K on this one, right? Yeah, they don't have the 4K. Oh boy, not looking good for the Empire. And there's only so much that Vader can do. Like, he probably takes out Chewie this turn, right? Unless Chewie just like the 2 bank away and boosts, just to be like, I would no longer like to participate in this.
I'm out. I'm done. Y'all take care of yourself.
I mean, honestly, could 3 bank and boost with the Falcon title.
True that.
Ooh. Wampa picks up the satellite or the crate.
Let's go to
I
crate,
see you,
mate.
Wampa.
I see you, boo-boo. And we have that TIE fighter moving on up. Taking a focus.
Yeah, only bumped enemy ships there.
This is fine. Everything's fine. I've come to blow up your spaceship. Give it to me. I'm really curious to see where Chewie does. I mean, I think you're right. It's probably the sloop.
Do you just lock it, Wampa again?
You're just locking it down.
Yeah. What a bully! Looks like he might be going for Vader, though. Does not have any munitions. Tried to go for the bank right to clear the stress. Okay. Yeah, getting shot by all three of these TIE fighters.
All right, well, with Iden available, you at least can save Iden and the other Jingoists and Wampa. 'Cause they're all nearby.
Yeah.
So you know you don't have a threat of losing that. Vader, though, with only 3 hull, is gonna need to hopefully 1 forward. I mean, for Vader's sake, right? 1 forward, focus, debris gambit. Like you want to token up real quick. Oh no! Vader bumps, got a little greedy with the 1 bank. Will be able to focus.
Does take the right focus.
Oh, because he had to clear the strain. You're right. And Poe bumps as well. We got a space parking lot, folks.
Yeah, except for Wilson. Wilson's like, I don't want any part of that.
Nope. I got a turret. I'm just gonna be over here.
I'm gonna be over here. I'm good.
So all right, here it goes, James.
Here we go. Wilson slinging a calculate. Okay.
Wilson's not in danger of getting taken out.
Okay, here we see. Looks like Vader shouldn't be shooting first here. Takes a shot at Chewie. Tries to finish this. This Wookiee for good. Only 3 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 3 left.
All right, range 1 shot.
Everything's face up. Range 1.
Because of hull breach.
Yeah, hull breach.
And
the worst crit to be showing on that Falcon.
And Vader does have that target lock established, so we'll be 4 dice. And there it is. Read 'em and weep. Guaranteed death. Can't do anything about that one. So we'll get the squiggle. 3 face-up damage cards, and I think just triggered Notorious as well. So we'll be handing off a strain token to Vader. Oof. Now, Chewie is going to get to perform an action and a bonus attack. Unless he's stressed. Oh, he's still stressed, isn't he? So.
Ooh, Notorious.
Yep.
Oh no, here comes back the range 1 shot.
Yep. There are no offensive shot crits. Everything is okay.
Yeah, everything's it's all damage sensors and stuff like that.
And hit crit has a calculate, spends it, and uses the force with Rey to make it 3 hits and a crit looking at Vader. Vader rolls 2. Not going to be enough there. Only got a single evade. Can't do anything about that. Takes hit, crit, and goes down. An eye for an eye indeed. 19 for 13. Matthew LaRoque 1 point away from the victory, and he's got a crate out there, so that's going to lock it down unless somehow Levi can secure a bunch more points. You got to take out Poe and Finn to do it. So we're still at initiative 6 here. Poe's up. We'll be firing at a TIE fighter. Those are all protected with Iden. So really what you're doing is looking to burn the Iden charge here with Poe. And spends the focus on Iden. That decision made because Iden doesn't have a shot, so you don't need that focus. And we'll remove the initiative 6 off the board now. Vader goes, and then also Chewie goes at initiative 4. Or at initiative 6, because that's the initiative where he got removed. So Chewbacca seeing a lot more play lately. The bonus attack definitely getting some use. And that just buys you a little room versus paying more points for Rey. I mean, Poe is full, right? Yeah, 4 hold, 3 shields.
So is Finn.
Yeah, I mean, this is GG, friends. But they will likely play it out. I'm gonna go range 0 into Finn, a single hit. And we'll spend the focus to avoid the damage. Our clock reads time. But the time matters not, for they shall reach 20. Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, Row 6, 626, Chief, and J List, our Grand Admiral patrons. And all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members, thank you for your support. Gold Squadron out.